Hey, what's up guys? It's Matt5 Gaming 365 and welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video and I know I haven't posted in like 3 months and I'll tell you why. It's because the first couple videos I made were essentially like test videos to kind of see how YouTube worked, see how I liked it, kind of just get some practice making videos. Like starting now, we're going to go forward with regular content. You won't be waiting 3 months anymore. We'll be kicking out a few videos a week now regularly, so stay tuned for that. And I apologize for the confusion as to why it took so long. So today we are going to be doing a sleeper build. So as you can see here, I have a Chrysler 300, and it just looks like your ordinary, sedan.
But then it can do this.
Anyway, I got the idea to do this video in the comments, so you can all thank Mr. Cumstain for giving me the idea to make this video. And I've actually thought about doing a sleeper build in the past, but after seeing the comment, I want to make videos that people actually want to see. So that's one thing I want to also say before we get into the video. If you want to see any particular build or race or whatever in this game, don't hesitate to leave a comment and demand it. So everyone, be more like Mr. Cumstain. Alright, so as I said, I have a, your ordinary Chrysler 300 here, and what we're going to do is we're going to make this thing into a beast. So we're going to head over to the garage, and we are going to get these upgrades going and make this car a sleeper. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to go to custom upgrade, because that gives us the ultimate control. And it'll help us fine-tune exactly what we want to get out of this car. So, first of all, we're just going to go right down the line. With sleepers, again, like I said, the main thing is you want to make them as high-performing as possible without, changing the external features too much. You want them to look like, an ordinary version of the car. This is going to be good. So we're going to start with the engine here. And with the sleeper, we want to make this as high performing as possible. So we're essentially just going to do with the max performance. We're going to get the max performance out of this upgrade. So we're just going, so look, we're going to look at this. This doesn't change anything between these two, so we're going to go with the cheaper one. Because again, part of my builds that I pride myself in is trying to make it, economical for the average consumer. So you're welcome. And so we're going to go here. Okay, so this actually is a better upgrade, so we're going to go with that. Go to fuel system here, and let's see. Okay, that doesn't change much between those two, so we're going to get that one. And let's see, ignition. Well, we only have one option here. Exhaust. Let's see. I like exhaust though. Yeah, it doesn't change much, so we'll go with that one. Camshaft. Let's see. Yeah, don't have a choice. Valves. Let's see. Okay, this does change the acceleration there, so we'll go with that one. And like I said, for anyone, if I'm going too fast, I'm just picking the one that upgrades the speed handling, acceleration, launch, or braking by at least 0.1. And if one higher than that doesn't change it by at least 0.1, then there's no use in spending the money on that because it's pretty much negligible. You're not going to see that much of a difference. So let's see, that one changes it. We don't see much of a change there, so we'll just go with this one. Pistons compression, let's see. Okay, so we'll just, yeah, we can just go with this one. Oil and cooling, let's see. I always hate seeing the red. Yeah, this doesn't actually do anything. So we're going to keep the stock oil and cooling on this because it doesn't improve anything and it just makes it worse. So we're going to leave that stock. Flywheel, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a difference. We'll just go with the street. Brakes, let's see. Well, this one doesn't really help. It just helps the braking. It hurts the acceleration, handling, and launch. So we're going to go with this one. That's good. Again, I know we have the red calipers there. We want to keep, we don't want to do too much to the exterior. So again, this doesn't really help. So we're not going to do any springs and dampers. Also, that would make it look more sporty, so we don't want to do that. So these help, the anti-roll bars. Again, that doesn't, we'll just do the sport one. We'll give it a little bit of an upgrade, but we don't need to spend much more for the race ones. Chassis reinforcement. So that one stays 8.2, the acceleration, so we know this. We're going to do actually a weight removal kit on this, so because this increases the braking and launch, we'll add this one here. Remember, we don't want to add the full roll cage because that would make it look a lot more sporty, and we want this to look like an ordinary car because it's a sleeper. So due to that extra weight, we're going to do a weight reduction kit, and we might as well just strip it of as much weight as we can, so we're going to take off 913 pounds. That's going to give us a lot more of a performance boost. So let's see, we're moving on to drivetrain here. Again, these are all internal things. We don't need to do much, so I don't know. Look at this. Yeah, so again, this isn't going to make that much of a difference. I suppose, though, if you look, shift time 0.04, this has the biggest difference, so we'll do a sport clutch. Let's see, transmission. Definitely are going to want an upgraded transmission. Driveline, let's see. Yeah, we can just do a sport. We don't need to spend that much. Differential, we won't mess with that. I want to make this simple and cheap. Tires and rims, let's see, let's just get the... Yeah, this is where the real performance comes in. And again, some people would disagree with me, but I don't think this is too noticeable, so we're going to go with a race tire compound on here. Widening the tires, again, some people will say that will sometimes give it away. I don't think so in this situation. So I know they turn red, but it doesn't actually change it. It does increase the handling and braking by at least 0.1, so we're going to put on some wider tires on here. To get out as much performance as we can get. So I know these tires are extremely wide, but this is going to give us really good performance here. We don't want to change the rims. We want to leave it with the stock rims that they gave us, so that way it looks as normal as possible. Aero and appearance, again, we got to be careful with this. Let's see. So this is probably a good thing to add because if you notice, it adds a lot of chrome and it actually looks less sporty now. This, as you can tell, the stock one, since this is the SRT8 model, it does black out the grille, so it gives it more of a sporty look. So I think if we want to make this look even more like a sleeper, we should go with this Chrysler package here. So in the back here, yeah, we don't want to do that. That's going to make it look like it's going to give it away. So then we'll go back to the bumper. Let's see, what does that do? Okay, yeah, so it makes the exhaust look less sporty. It kind of gets rid of the blacked out exhaust bumper area down there. So we'll go with this one as well. So let's go to conversion here. Not really sure what we're going to do yet, but let's see. What I'm thinking here is, I don't know, some people would disagree. If you're going to take this drag racing and you're going to want the max top speed out of your car, do not do an all-wheel drive drivetrain. However, I'm thinking of this in more of the context as like just, racing other people and kind of what sleepers, where they would be used more often. And I don't think we would be reaching those top speeds in the context of like what I'm thinking. I do think though the acceleration and launch are a lot more relevant. So if you're going to be drag racing at the airstrip a lot and you're going to need those extra top speed points to crush your opponents, I would not do this, but I'm going to do an all-wheel drive drivetrain to make the acceleration and low-end power more capable. I'm not really going to do the engine swap here. Like I said, the top speed is definitely going to be suffering because of that. But again, if you want the top speed versus the launcher acceleration, just don't do the all-wheel drive drivetrain, and you can think about these engine swaps here, which would be better for the rear-wheel drive conversion. So now we can look here, we can look at aspiration, what do we want? Okay, supercharger, off the table, that's not going to help at all. Okay, twin turbo will definitely help acceleration by single turbo is actually better than the twin turbo. Single turbo, we'll go ahead and do this. Again, I'm all talking about the low-end acceleration, the low-end torque here that we're going to get out. And, you know, with a sleeper, that's just the way I'm looking at it. If you, again, want the top speed, just don't do what I just did. Do the engine conversions to like a V10 or V12 and keep it rear-wheel drive. But if you want more of the acceleration, then kind of go with this, because if you're just kind of driving around with someone and you want to just quickly accelerate the hell out of there, this is the way to go. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, we're definitely making a huge improvement here. I know we're not making it to like S2 or whatever with the V12, but if you noticed, the acceleration and all that would have been hurt had we done that. So this, it just looks like your ordinary Chrysler 300. If only we could take off the SRT8 badge. So we're going to go over here. We're going to try out its acceleration. First acceleration test. Let's do it. And all right, this is definitely a huge improvement from the stock acceleration. Just a little bit of wheel spin at the beginning, but we just took off, the wheels gripped down, and I feel completely in control while accelerating here. I don't have a problem with the steering or the handling. We're not sliding around yet. Brakes are excellent. That really slowed us down a lot. Now this is, as you can see, a massive car. It is definitely not, it's definitely on the larger side of sedans. So handling's not going to be, like a Mini Cooper or like a Lotus, I'd say. But it is definitely good for the size of this car and what it looks like. And again, with a sleeper, you're kind of limited with some of the performance things you can do because we want to keep it looking like a stock vehicle. However, I will say this: I'm definitely going to keep this car. It is performing extremely well, actually, better than I thought it would. And the top speed is definitely not that big of an issue. Shoot, again, you'll notice more of that difference if you are drag racing. Move. Okay. So another part of this test, we're going to race the credits person. They're in a Lamborghini, so definitely part of this is going to be how good of a driver I am. Hopefully I can keep up. Again, the top speed probably would be nice in this situation. However, I think the handling... Nice thing about this is that it doesn't sit too low either, so going up on the curbs is pretty easy and not too difficult. Look at that. All right, and we officially won our first race with the sleeper car. I doubt they expected to lose that race, but, if this were real life. So look at that. Got an easy 46,000 credits. That pretty much reimbursed me more or less for the upgrade. Definitely would recommend this build, guys. Totally worth it. That's going to do it for today's video. If you want to see more sleeper builds with any of the vehicles in here, don't hesitate to comment below. I will definitely reach out. So like I said, we are back with regular content, no more 3-month breaks. We're going to be kicking out videos, multiple videos a week now, so stay tuned for that, and I apologize for the long break. That will not happen anytime soon. So give a like, be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, more content to come. Thank you for watching Matt5 Gaming 365, and until next time, see you later.